a new foreign language is, for most of us, a very long and difficult process, especially if you don't have the possibility to be in the country of the language you're studying. I'm right now studying my 5th foreign language. I managed to arrive to the 2nd level in a bit less than 1 month. Of course, I dedicated a lot of my free time to learning this language, but I managed to reach the 2nd level in such a short time. Also because all these years spent learning foreign languages, I find out the methods and tools that help me learn a language as fast as possible, but also as efficient as possible. This is why in this video I will tell you my tips for learning a new foreign language at home. My first tip is, if you have the possibility, try to attend an online course. There are different types of online courses. There are one-to-one courses, which are the most expensive one. It's basically just you and the teacher. Then you have class courses, as if you are in a classroom but just online. So you have the teacher, but you have also other classmates. And then there are those online courses where basically you have access to an online portal with a lot of learning material. You learn by yourself, and then you have a certain amount of Skype meeting with the teacher. Of course, learning a new language by attending to an online course is the most expensive way to do it. But I also believe that is the fastest way, because you are forced to follow a plan, a schedule, and therefore you're forced to be consistent in learning the new language. The second tip that I want to give you is use YouTube. YouTube is amazing, and not just because I work with it. On YouTube you can find a lot of videos that help you learn a new language. Before coming to Switzerland, when I already knew I was going to German class, I started to learn German on YouTube. There were such well-made videos that on the first day of my German class I was already able to introduce myself and count to 10. Also, when I went on holiday to Holland, I basically started watching YouTube videos a month before departing, and when I arrived there I was able to introduce myself in Dutch and pay at the till. Of course, you will not be able to learn the full language only on YouTube, but there are a lot of online videos for beginners which are so well made that for sure you will end up learning at least the basics of the language. There are also some videos that are supposed to be listened during the night. Basically, it's someone talking very slowly and repeating again and again, I would say around 50 sentences. For me, it doesn't work because in order to sleep, I want completely silence. But what I do normally is listen to these videos while, for example, I go out for a walk, and these videos are very relaxing because they keep repeating these sentences very slowly, and it's somehow very calming. If you keep listening to these videos again and again, you will really end up learning these sentences. My third suggestion is search for apps that help you learn the foreign languages. One of the apps I'm using the most right now, which is actually also a website, so you can use it also on the computer, is Duolingo. I didn't know that Duolingo is completely free. You don't even have to register if you don't want. But it's such an easy way to learn a new foreign language, and it's really well made. You don't even have to learn too much because you end up repeating the same words and the same sentences again and again. So at the end, you end up learning them without studying them. There are also a lot of other apps that you can search for that help you learn a new foreign language. Those apps depend sometimes on the language that you are studying. For example, right now I'm using an app which gives me every day 10 words that I need to study. I can change the settings of the app. I can decide how many words I want to learn in a day, and only part of the app is for free. I think you have a certain amount of words, and after that you need to pay to upgrade the app. But I did it and it didn't cost that much, and it was absolutely worth it. I really like this app. Another tip that I want to give you is listen to music in the language that you are studying. When I arrived in Switzerland, I didn't know which kind of artists or bands are popular here. I started to search on Spotify like German singer or German famous song. My suggestion is, if possible to listen to rap song or at least pop song. This is because in these kind of songs, the words are not sung in a way that you don't understand it. They are more spoken, especially in rap music, and so it's easy for you to understand. Maybe you find a song that you really like and then you keep listening to it, and then there are some words that stick out, and then you go and search for these words to understand what they mean, and there you are, you learn words without even having to study them. Another tip is try to watch movies in the language that you are studying. Sometimes on Netflix, for example, you can search movies in the language that you are studying. Or sometimes what I also do is I watch Disney cartoons that I've watched 1,000 times, so I know what they say already, more or less. I watch them in the language that I'm studying with subtitles of this language. The goal is not that you understand the movie. You will not understand all the words that they say. And believe me, when you learn a foreign language, before you understand every single word, it will take you a lot of time. The goal of watching movies in the language that you are studying is that you need to start understand the melody, the rhythm of this language, how it is pronounced, how it sounds. You need to start linking the words with the sound. When you study a new language, at the beginning it's just understanding a couple of words and then try to understand the sense of the whole sentence from the words that you understood. So actually watching movie is a very good exercise to do this. Another tool that for me has been always very helpful when learning a new foreign language is books with CDs. I bought this book when I was trying to learn Dutch. Inside you will have a small book with dialogues, words, exercises. You will find also CDs where mother tongues will read the same dialogues that you find in the book, so that you exercise the listening and the pronunciation too. Of course, nowadays not a lot of people have a CD player, so normally what these books do is they give you a code to go on the internet, on the website of the book, for example, where you can download the audio track from the internet. So you can download that either on the PC or on your mobile phone and listen to them everywhere. This method is very important because you will have the dialogue where you will learn everyday new words but also new sentences, and then you have also the exercises, because when you learn a new foreign language it is very important that you learn how to pronounce the words. So you need to learn the spoken part but also the written part. You always need to learn how to write down those words. The last tip that I want to give it to you is, if possible, find a tandem partner. Is a person whose mother tongue is the language that you are studying and that is trying to learn the language which is your mother tongue. This way you can basically exchange your knowledge. There are different ways to do this. Normally you would meet with this person, but you can do also Skype meetings, for example. With my tandem partner, we just speak half of the time in my language, half of the time in her language, and believe me, this person is now a very dear friend to me. So you never know, maybe by searching a tandem partner you will find a new friend. So these are the tips and tools that are actually helping me right now to learn these new foreign languages. Of course, there are a lot of other tips. For example, read kids books, which I don't really like because they are boring. Let me know in the comment box below if you have other methods that you use to learn a new foreign language. Let me also know if you tried the tips in this video and if they were useful for you to learn this new language. Let me know what is the language that you're studying. As always, give this video a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't done it already. Ciao ciao!